What's up, guys? Today on the bench we got some old 6.5 inch coaxial speakers here. I've been messing around with some car audio stuff here lately. I'm wanting to upgrade one of the systems in one of my vehicles, so I had these old Memphis 6.5s. They're two ways. They are the M Class MC6s. These are obviously a little outdated and discontinued, I believe. The new one of these is MCX6s, and they are like top of the line 6.5s. They're like $170 a pair if you go buy them, I believe, right now. But they're the same RMS wattage rating as these. Like 50 watts RMS, but they sound really good. And these were in my older vehicle, so I took them out. And when I took them out, I discovered that the surround here, I don't know if you can see this, you can see the cracks here. It's just, the rubber is like dry rotted and it's falling apart. So, I guess most people probably see that and throw them in the trash. I don't know. But these are some really high quality, high dollar speakers to just throw in the trash. These speakers also come with a crossover, so it's just filters out different frequencies, high and low frequencies for the tweeter, so you don't damage it, and for your mids here. So the crossovers are still good. I've plugged these in. The speaker sounds good. There's a way you can test your speakers and make sure that they're not blown. These are 4-ohm speakers. Just take your multimeter. You want to put it on the ohms. We're going to check resistance. It's like the little upside down U. And you can see I'm going to just put it on the two terminals. I think you can see we're reading 3.7 and it's steady. That speaker's good. Now that was the high, that was for the tweeter, that's a high frequency. Check the low, it's reading 3.5, 3.4, holding steady. So it's good. And I've already plugged these up, like I said, and they sound amazing. Even with the cracked surround, they still sound good. So what we're gonna do, well, instead of just throwing these away, I got online. I know you can rebuild speakers. I know you can buy every single component and basically build your own speaker if you want to, baskets and all, motors. So I got online just looking around. I found these rubber surrounds. Got them off Amazon, like $10 for 2 of them. All you gotta do is just measure your speaker, measure it, because they do come in different sizes. I just took a ruler here and measured it and made sure it's gonna fit. And as you can see, I don't have this one glued in yet, but it looks really good. And that's what we're gonna be doing today, is taking the old out, putting these in, gluing them in. And the glue I'll be using is just cyanoacrylic glue. It's medium viscosity. That way, hopefully it works really good. I mean, I know it holds. This is like super glue on steroids. But I'm going to start taking this surround off, and then I'll show you how I put the new one on. I'm going to unplug these terminals. And then so just take this, pop this little trim piece out. As you can see, it's I'm just pushing it down away from the cone, because it's glued from the factory to the underside of the cone. So you're just going to push this down. If it doesn't break away like this, just take a little razor blade or hobby knife and cut it loose. You know, do the same thing. But this is already just cracking and falling apart away from the cone, so it's making it really easy on me. All right, and now that it's broke loose from the cone, I'm just gonna peel it off. I may take a little razor blade or a scraper and try to scrape a lot of this residue off so we get a good seal when we glue the new surround on. All right, got all that tore off. Now I'm probably just gonna scrape this. All right, I got it all scraped off pretty clean. I'm gonna put the new surround in. I think that's the way I'm gonna glue it. Put it in and then glue it with it in place. Lift up in certain spots and just put my glue down. Also, I forgot to mention, if you look at kits on here online, I've seen a lot of kits for like 20 bucks. And the $20 kit just came with 2 surrounds and it also came with a glue. But I already had this glue, so I bought just the surrounds. That's all I was wanting. So just keep that in mind if you're looking online. So on this surround here, this middle part goes underneath, and then this outer part will just lay right in the basket there. So I'm just going to tuck this under and work it around. Just like that. And then I'll try to put some glue around it, push it down a little bit, make sure it's got a good seal once I glue it, and it's gonna look good. The only thing with these surrounds, they're a little wider than the factory, so these little plastic trim pieces doesn't fit back on there. I'm not gonna put them back on. You don't need them. I've got some other 6.5s here that don't even have that trim piece. You just mount the screws straight through the basket. So that's what I'll be doing with these as well, because they're going to be in my doors. You ain't going to be able to see them. They're not exposed, so no big deal. Alright, I got it glued all the way around. I'm just going to push down a little bit so it's sealing really well. Alright, while that inner is drying, I'm going to go ahead and do the inner on the other one. Then we'll come back and glue the outside. Alright, now I'm going to come back and glue the outside of this surround down. Alright, let that dry. And that is how you replace a surround. You can see it's glued on. It looks much better. It's going to sound better. Hopefully this lasts for years. Stay tuned. I'm probably going to have some more audio videos coming up. So just like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up. Thank you guys. God bless you.